Last month, you know that Ashley Massaro, former WWE wrestler, who was also on Survivor, was in Playboy, she passed away. She died by suicide on May 16th. And a lot of people, a lot of her close friends rallied around her family. Ashley has an 18-year-old daughter, and one of the friends who is doing his best, and when I say doing his best, it is really amazing what Mick Foley, WWE legend Mick Foley, is doing for Ashley's family, particularly her daughter. We're going to tell you all about this because I'm very happy to say Mick is joining us right now to talk about a GoFundMe that he started. It's called the Squared Circle Sisters campaign, and it is really amazing what he's doing. So, Mick Foley, welcome to TMZ Live. How are you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing great. It was actually a group of 20 women who wrestled with Ashley who put the fundraiser together, the Squared Circle Sisters, and they're just kind of adopting me and allowing me to play a little role. I'm really grateful for it.
Well, Mick, I will say, look, I wish we were speaking to you under better conditions.
Terms, yeah.
But this is amazing what you are doing. So you're right. You said her friends started this campaign, and tell people what you are doing, because you are really stepping up here and donating a lot of your time to encourage people to give to the campaign.
Yeah, well, Ashley was a good friend and a great person, and she left behind a beautiful 18-year-old daughter, and we in the wrestling community are trying to do as much as we can. And people were really generous with their donations. We brought in $25,000 in one day. We're up to $45,000 now, but just give a little added incentive. I just put it out there that for a $5,000 donation, I would travel anywhere in the United States or Canada and watch Raw or SmackDown or any show. I guess you get 3 hours of my time. We can do whatever you want. I can do your yard work if you like. I will. I mean, and then somebody said, "What about UK?" I said, $10,000. I go anywhere in the world. So I hope someone takes me up on it. I've got a lot of frequent flyer miles. A young man out of Detroit named David Lerman already made the $5,000 donation. We've got a couple other people who are really interested, but really the $5 and $10 donations add up in a hurry as well, and every little bit counts. And if you go over to, just go to my website if you want, realmickfoley.com, and we've got a link to the GoFundMe.
You know, we hear so much about wrestlers and their lives off the mat, away from their organizations, but both in this case and the case of Ric Flair, who was just in the hospital with something that seemed very serious, we've seen the wrestling community come together in a way that I don't think people really
see in a lot of other.
Yeah. What's so close-knit, what's so special about the wrestling community that makes it
well,
that way?
You're like a big traveling dysfunctional family when you're out there on the road, and the relationships that you create when you're traveling will last you the rest of your lives. You may not hear from somebody for 5, 10 years, then you pick up like you just spoke yesterday. And I think, especially with Ashley's death, the women in particular have vowed to be there for each other. It's a really close-knit group, and I think we're also understanding that it takes a tougher person to admit they need help than to pretend that everything's okay. So we're trying to get the message across to everybody who's been in our extended family that there's help out there, and if you're having a tough time and you think it's overwhelming, that people out there are willing to listen and that things do get better.
Mick, I know I've heard that you have, since Ashley's death, you've actually met with her daughter and her mother. How's the family doing?
Yeah, they're remarkable people, and they're very grateful for this college fund. I'm really lucky that I live in the same town as Ashley's family, and when I was over for the post-funeral service, I just asked the mom, I said, why haven't I been here 10 times before? Ashley was a really good friend and somebody I thought the world of, and I wish I'd been there a little bit more for her when she was having trouble. So I'm trying to make up for that by being someone they can count on. I've let them know if there's anything I can do, no matter how big or small, they can always reach out to me.
Really amazing what you're doing, Mick. Thank you so much for being with us. Everyone go check it out. You said you can go to Mick's site and get the link to it, but it's the Squared Circle Sisters campaign, GoFundMe. Mick, thank you so much for being with us.
Can I have a special request for the listeners out there?
Sure.
Just put me in the air and make me fly. I want
Yeah.
I want to do this. Make me.
Get them around the
Make me
world.
pick up those miles. Yeah. Thanks so much for anyone even considering a big or a small donation. It all helps.
All right, Mick. Thanks so much for being with us, man.
Have a nice day.
Okay. Amazing. What you said is so true about the whole wrestling community.
They come together, man.
Rally.